Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the day, the video Darren. How's it going today? Today, it's clearly not the morning, it's just gone 6 o'clock and I'm heading on up for a walk because I have an Amazon delivery in an Amazon locker just up the road. To be honest with you, I'm mildly annoyed about when we went shopping on Monday, there just wasn't any milk at Sainsbury's, which is the second week in a row, to be fair, which is quite strange. So today, on the way home, because I forgot yesterday, I picked up 4 pint of milk from Morrison's. Drove home. You're expecting it, aren't you? Dad called me 15 minutes later. Dad put the phone down, and 10 minutes after that got an email saying my delivery was at Morrison's and ready to be picked up. Yay! So that's mildly annoying. Otherwise, what else has been going on today? Apart from the fact that America's had a great big vote. Not an awful lot, to be honest with you. That has dictated 90% of the conversation today, and yes, I was also relatively off the ball, pace wise. I wasn't in the zone that I'm normally in. So, oh, there's a little dead frog. Sometimes. Yeah, so today at work it was relatively slower than normal, but also because I was trying to get around. I had to sit and draw out a logic tree to figure out the best route to take going through this next piece of code, because it's a bit more messy than all the rest of the code, and it's going to be by far the hardest bit for me to refactor. But I think I have a plan. It involves restructuring and reordering the way things are done a little bit, because it makes sense, the way it can be categorized, and some of the information, it's confusing because there's some pieces of information that get generated and saved and then they need to be used later, but they don't get generated, they just get found out. So I'm deciding to do the validation as expected, not save this information, and then at the end do link style queries to find when these things are the case, because they're relatively simple. It's a case of oh, do I have one or more of these? Yes. Okay, cool. Throw an error. So it's all cool. Only true, there's a chance that it might change the order in which the errors appear, but I can deal with that over. It's either that or it literally doesn't get rewritten and it stays the same. So that's by the by. Lunchtime was also spent doing stuff. I'm now creating my X unit test class runner. So I'm pulling the compiled file out, creating the test class, running the test methods. I'm just about to do running the test methods and stuff. So yeah, that's good fun. I'm enjoying myself there as well. But again, relatively slow. Otherwise, came home, like I say, talked to Dad, all that kind of good stuff. And then Laura says that she's going to be late home and there's no avoiding it. So have dinner. I'm like, what do you mean have dinner? When are you coming back? She said well, maybe half an hour or so she'll start to leave. She says, well, I'll wait then. It's gammon, chips and beans, I think. May as well wait for her to come back if she's not going to be that long, although I'm expecting her not to be. I don't know what she's doing, but maybe do it. But yeah, so because of that, I thought I'd head back on out and just have a walk up to go and get my Amazon delivery. But yeah, as soon as this delivery arrives, I am in the position where I have finished completely getting, not quite completely. I'm basically 90% done on presents for one person. I've sorted out presents for another person from another person. And yeah, I've just got quite a few more people to buy for, but the bigger ones are out the way and less irritating now, so it's all good. It's all good in the hood, buddy. Apart from the fact that I've had to come out twice to do it. So I was going to longboard, but then I thought the floor was going to be wet because it rained last night and stuff, and it's been quite cold, so it wouldn't have dried up. But it turns out I would have been fine, which is irritating. Although I would have to longboard in my, well no, I could wear my old shoes. I've put my Converse through the washing machine to try and get them clean, because when I went for a trek in them in Morocco, I got them all dusty. That fucking dust has basically turned them orange. Wise though, ladies and gentlemen, this morning, this evening even, I've spent a decent amount of time on programming. I'm also planning on doing planning, and these two weird. Otherwise, for my plan for this evening, Laura's texted me, she's on her way back, she's heading to the bus now. I want to do some planning for my project. I'm going to go through and spend some time. I'm going to have like some programming time tonight, but otherwise I'm going to try and do planning stuff. It depends when Laura goes to bed, to be honest, and slash when we eat, because I'm just going to go in and just start planning now on my laptop. But I also need to do some planning for a meeting of stuff tomorrow too. So just got to like swat up on some stuff. So I'm not sure how much time I'm going to have. Yeah, we have that to do. What else do we have that's going on? Yeah, I also got invited to like a YouTube thing in Scotland, like fucking next week or something. I'm not going. It was like an open invite, I think, to the majority of people, but some kind of like creator day and stuff. I think, to be honest with you, my YouTube career is winding down. It's not on it. It's peaked. It's definitely peaked. In fact, inside baseball here for you. I don't know what that saying means. I hear Americans say it all the time. The past 30 days, it's been the first time in my memory that I've lost subscribers, except for when they do like a mass deleting of old accounts and shit. But like, yeah, gone down like 8. We're on the decline, boys. To be brutally honest, I understand why. But yeah, we're hanging on in. I'm trying to make these videos as interesting as possible. You can tell how hard I find it by the video title of all the videos. But I'll try my hardest. That's all that really matters. And if things don't pick up, we just may have to change tack to maybe go weekly or something. But I don't intend on stopping. I don't think I could, to be honest with you. It'll feel really bloody weird. But either way, you know what I mean. Jump, ladies and gentlemen. We have had a whale of a time. Graham is just chilling. So oh dear. When was the last time I spoke to you? Oh god damn, I can't turn the light on with my little finger. Oh. So I was coming back. I came back here. I sat, did bits of planning and stuff. I ended up just kind of extending what I have in Asana. I think Asana might be the way. I don't know. God damn it. But no, I was looking into the way the Kanban boards work on Visual Studio Online, because I think they may have like they may be basically Asana in disguise, just a little bit harder to get to and a little bit less pretty. But I think it should be good, and I should do it. And I am doing it a little bit. I did a little bit of planning and stuff. And then Laura came home, we had gammon and chips, which was delicious. And then we kind of chilled out, watched some YouTube videos, watched season 2, episode 1 of Peaky Blinders, which is brilliant. And then Laura headed off to bed, and I went to do some planning and accidentally fell into programming work. I realised as well, because of like I log how much time I spend programming stuff, so I just literally go click a button, sit program, click a button when I stop, and if I have like a 5-minute break, I click a pause button on. I'm very like in the zone when I'm doing it. I'm like in the work zone. I've logged 7.5 hours this week. It's Wednesday and I've already worked my Thursday. The 3rd working day of this week, I just finished my 4th working day of programming. I'm pretty proud of that. That's pretty fucking ace. Best news as well, kind of, is that when I come home tomorrow, Laura isn't going to be here because she is going to a networking event after work. So I'm eating on my own. I've got a little ready meal. What a cutie. Therefore, the days that I get the most programming work done, are the days where, like, essentially Laura's not here. Because I just come home, sit down, do a load of work. So tomorrow I'm going to fucking probably cross the 10-hour mark this week, which will be freaking insane. But it's going well. I'm currently going through the development process of creating my own test runner for XUnit. which is kind of cool at this precise moment in time. It's kind of at the proof of concept stage, but it's also like the things that I'm pretty confident about are all being tested properly. There's like some edge cases. I need to make sure at the end of this that I go through and make sure everything's tested and like checked properly. But I'm kind of like trying to get through to the bit where I'm literally, tomorrow I'll be like, the first thing I do is invoking the methods and getting the results back. So that should be awesome. Just need to figure out whether there is a way. Well, I think, annoyingly, I think I'm basically just seeing if there's an exception's been thrown. If an exception's thrown of any kind, then the test failed. And that's essentially it, unless it goes on for too long. So it's kind of it's an awkward one, but it should be good fun. So yeah, once I've got that, I'm then building up the test results, and then I'm going to build a way of like, because basically what I do is I get all the test classes and go, hey, run these, 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 and then they all individually run each other, like run themselves on their own threads, and then as they come back, these return the test results from here, and then it like compiles them all into a list, but it does it like literally as each one comes back. It doesn't like wait for them all and then compile them. So that's going to be good fun. I'm excited for that. And ladies and gentlemen, that's me for tonight. It's 1:45, so by the time I'm in bed, it's going to be 1 o'clock. Tomorrow, like I say, is going to be another day like that. I'm also programming hard at work, trying to get my validator stuff finished. I'm on the home straight. It's just tedious at this point, and mildly frustrating, and like it's not trivial. It's just like, okay, so it's not tedious. It's not trivial inputs anymore, but it feels trivial because I've written like similar stuff before. Because it's like all reusable frameworks and stuff. It's like, okay, right, so now we need this kind of chain that does this, this, this. So it's difficult to like. Why today I wasn't, to be fair, with the election and stuff. No one was really in like a yeah, let's do work mood. Because everyone's obviously chatting about shit. But tomorrow should hopefully change that. I'm going to wake up tomorrow infused and drive through the day, and then because I can spend all the time after work programming, I don't have to wait, I don't have to stay up really late, so I can have an early night tomorrow too. Yay! Thanks for watching this video, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll catch you later.